Hey guys, how's it going? It's Gene here from One Down, Gene Up. And I've got a question for you guys. What is better than one Harley Davidson? Can you guess? Can you guess what bike I'm on, too? The hint is what's better than one Harley Davidson. Now, you may think two Harley Davidsons is better than one Harley Davidson. But you'd be wrong. Because the only thing better than one Harley Davidson is one Triumph Rocket 3, baby! We got rid of the Harley! There, I said it. We got rid of the Harley. We no longer have the Heritage. It is not our bike anymore. We have moved on and moved up, to be honest with you. Now, you might be asking yourself why they would be stupid enough to sell a Harley Davidson. And I'll tell you, it's the Rocket 3. This is the Rocket 3 GT Triple Black Edition. Rumor has it, this one is also triple faster than the regular GT. Chorus decided that he wasn't a Harley boy, and he decided that he wanted a Triumph. And he landed on the Rocket 3, and I gotta say, I'm not too mad about it. It's a fun, comfortable, big old bike. I like bike, as some would say. And that engine sound? We love that. She handles smooth as butter. She bigger than a cow. Not really. I feel like a cow weighs like a couple ton. And this does not weigh a couple ton. It's only 100 pounds heavier than the Bonneville. All this massive engine, 100 pounds heavier than the Bonneville. And for those of you who aren't up to speed on Triumph and this particular motorcycle, this is a 2.5 liter 2500 cc massive freaking engine. You hear that? That's 2.5 liters of Triumph between my legs. So I wanted to take her out on a little spin. It just finished up raining. The pavement's mostly dry now in the sunny spots. And I wanted to take her for a rip and show you guys. I want to tell you a couple reasons why I like this bike better than the Harley. And the biggest thing is the way that it handles and its weight management. But also, no, the biggest thing is the freaking kickstand. Harley kickstands, man. I don't know about them. I don't think that they should be on any motorcycle. They're very terrible. Anyways, that's another point for another day. I could make a whole video on Harley kickstands. I love this bike because it's so easy to maneuver. And you can throw it into some corners. And she's good. She stays up. It's got hill assist, where it'll like hold your brake for you while you're on a hill getting ready to accelerate. It's got heated grips. You guys know I can't make a video and not talk about heated grips. This has 3 settings. This has more settings than the Bonneville. This has high, medium, and low. Bonneville has on, off, and I don't know, one more. But heated grips. It has keyless ignition, which is insane. A cruise control that you can move up and down without like adjusting your throttle. You can adjust your speed with this little sticky thing down here. It's an incredible bike. Every time I ride it, I love it even more. And this gets way more head turns than any other motorcycle I have ever ridden or seen ridden. Everybody looks at this bike and everybody loves it. Now, for those of you that aren't caught up to speed, we used to own a Harley Davidson Heritage Classic, a 107, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a really nice bike. It was really cool. I loved the aesthetic of it. The bags were really nice, but it didn't end up working out. We thought that it was going to be something that was really comfortable and very tour oriented without getting into like the massive touring frames, and it ended up just not. It just didn't work out for us. We both were uncomfortable on the bike. We took a couple long trips on it, and I mean, it was just flat out uncomfortable. It even had an upgraded seat on it that cost like $500. It had a backrest. Like I said, the bags. We thought it was just going to be like our take on a trip, long haul type bike. And it was downright uncomfortable. By the end of those trips, we were both just like aching in our backs and our legs. There were probably customizations that we could have done to it to make it comfortable. But at that point, we're spending a ton of money hoping that we'd choose the right customizations to be comfortable on our bike. And that just wasn't really a gamble that we were willing to take. So instead of taking the gamble to customize it and try and make it just right for us, we decided to find a motorcycle that we were comfortable on, pretty much stock. We have made 0 changes to this bike since we got it about a week ago. There is already close to 700 miles on the machine. The first day we got it, we took a 2-hour trip up north of where we live and back, and it was fantastic. Never once did we get uncomfortable because of the bike. You know, riding a motorcycle for a long period of time, you're going to be uncomfortable, but this was very different. And it's a very nice, smooth, extremely powerful, that's a given, engine. Not to mention the handling of this bike. This bike is very, very easy to maneuver. I'm going through these corners without a problem, without having to go up and down between a lot of gears, without being worried about scraping the floorboards, and really just leaning it past a point where I can't get back up. I haven't pushed this bike to its limits, but already testing this out over the Heritage, it's a world of difference. It's not the same bike. It's not even in the same class in my book. But what we do love about this bike as well is that, you know, it can be a cruiser if you want it to be. You can throw some bags on it and go somewhere. Like I said, we took that trip up north and it was fantastic. This does have the forward foot controls and a little bit comfier bars for longer periods. They're a little bit swept back. Usually I don't like bars like this, but really like these. It's a very neutral riding position. Another point to kind of further emphasize this bike is that after my trip to Babes, we kind of realized that the Bonneville had become the bagger in this relationship. I got some Nelson rig dry bags that I can just throw on there and easily take off whenever I want to. So we don't necessarily need another bagger. The Bonneville is a fun, fantastic bike for road trips. You guys saw that in my Babes video. I rode probably close to 600 miles out there and then 600 miles back, and in the meantime I rode probably another, I don't know, 400 miles, just around there, and it was perfect for that. So all in all, we were really just looking for a fun motorcycle that could complement the Bonneville but not be the exact same bike. We've really fallen in love with the Triumph brand. So I don't know, this just felt like a no-brainer. And it was the triple freaking black edition. 1 out of 1,000 right here. This motorcycle, which is like 2.5 times more powerful than the Heritage, weighs 100 pounds less. And that's super confidence inspiring for me. It's still a big, heavy bike, and I still worry about dropping it whenever I get on it. But it's way less of a concern here than it is with the Harley. This just fits. I don't know. It fits my ergonomics, I guess. And I trust that when I give it some gas, it's gonna come right back up. So yeah, I mean, I hate to be a Harley hater. I'm not. I test rode the Street Bob at Babes and fell in complete love with it. But it's just not, the Heritage is not the bike for me. The Rocket 3 is definitely an expensive bike, don't get me wrong. It's an investment. However, so was the Heritage and any of the motorcycles in that line, or even a little bit above it in the touring frame. But the thing that kills me about Harley versus something like this is that I feel like, I mean, I touched on this earlier, I feel like I have to customize every little piece of it to fit me as a rider. Like the Street Bob that I rode, for example, I would have wanted to put a Saddleman step-up seat on that. I would have wanted to get upgraded suspension on it. And these are things that I would do before I even took it off the lot. I would say, cool, sign the papers, put those things on it, and let me know when I can come back and get my bike. Because while it was a great, fun motorcycle with a good engine, it wasn't comfortable, and it wasn't something that I would want to sustain. So the value versus the cost was something that we could justify in this bike. I hope I didn't offend any of y'all bashing Harley for however long I just went off on them. I like Harleys. I think they're cool, but they're just not for me right now, and that's okay. This Rocket 3 may not be for you right now, and that's okay. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this bike. I would love to answer them for you. It doesn't get a lot of love on YouTube. There's some reviews and stuff like that, but no, just kind of daily commuters on it, because it is, you know, a little bit more rare of a bike. But I'd love to talk about it. And, you know, I'll talk more about this in another video, but like I said earlier, I've been riding for 1 year, and I am confident on this 2.5 liter engine. That's gotta say something for this bike, right? I've ridden other sport bikes with smaller engines. Feel like you're gonna die on them. I'm not kidding. You just throttle and you're just like gone, and it's so much fun, but it's pretty scary. Ladies, you can ride this. Let nobody tell you different. You absolutely can ride this bike without hesitation. Now we'll see when I take out this Rocket 3 that Corey is so kindly letting me use. Here, watch. He'll assist. Boom, it's on. See it right there. Anyways, he gets to ride the Bonnie, and he still likes it, and I still like the Bonneville. So these are cool bikes to own together. I can definitely win in a race, though. Look at his pink sunglasses. They're so cute. we're back on the Bonneville. So guys, to bring it all back around full circle, we got the Rocket 3 because you gotta want the bike that you have. We thought we wanted the Harley, but we really just wanted it to be something different. You know, we're only a year into this, and you grow and you change as riders, and what you value and what you want to do with your motorcycle is going to change, and that's okay. It's okay to change. It took us a little bit to figure that out after we realized that the Harley wasn't what we wanted. But it's the same in life. You got to be okay with letting yourself change. At the end of the day, motorcycling is just for fun, right? This bike is really fun. We love the Rocket 3. We love the freaking Bonneville. There it goes. There goes the Rocket 3. Alright, we gotta get up. It's a really cool bike. I spent a lot of time kind of like going over the ins and outs of why we bought it, but at the end of the day, it's a cool bike. It's fun, and we love it. We absolutely love and adore that bike. And we still love this one, which is something that I love about that bike, because they're so different that you appreciate each one for its unique abilities. But I'm excited to see where we take these bikes and what we do with them. Bonneville's had her share of road trips, and I'm excited. Dang, that's pretty. I'm excited to take the Rocket on its own road trips as well. And I can promise you this, it's a nice bike, but that bike is not going to sit in the garage. That bike is going to be ridden and very well loved. It's going to live a long, good, happy life. Look at this beautiful cotton candy sky we're riding into. This is what motorcycling is about. Having fun, on two wheels, looking at pretty scenery. Even the river is cotton candy reflecting the sky. If I can give you guys one piece of advice, what I've learned buying a motorcycle and getting rid of it as quick as we did is buy what you love, and it's okay if what you love changes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my channel, for caring about what I have to say, and having fun with me. I like riding motorcycles, and bringing you guys along with me, it makes it much more fun. Like I said, if you got questions about the Rocket or the body, hit me up. Follow me on the Instagrams at OneDownGina. Get out and ride your motorcycles, people. Get out and ride them. Peace out, y'all.